Hello, friends and neighbors. Test Luigi at the desk with, well, first session in a while, a week, for the Oryx Buffaloes dynasty that we have successfully put together and are still in the midst of driving to championships and championships. If you've missed the last few episodes, we did Self-Indulgence Week last week. We won a couple more Japan series, and now we are trying for our 7th. If we win the 7th, that would put us in line with basically the best team in this series, in the sim that I've ever put together. 3 more to tie the greatest team of all, the V9 dynasty that the Yomiuri Giants put together. So taking a look at the squad, you will notice one absence without a reason for injury. We sent Ryoto Kita down onto the farm, not just to train up at center, but also because he has not been so hot this season. I don't know what's eating him, but I'm not liking the drop in slugging, drop in on base. So give him a little bit of time down in the minors, just straighten things out. Maybe there's an opportunity for a trade there. It's a thought. We're gonna do some quick force starts. Trying to keep an eye on everyone. Tsukasaburo Tanaka may end up being the Masataka Yoshida Jitsuo Nizuka replacement. I mean, Jeets has lost a bit of pop from his bat, but he's still doing decently. Macho's starting to enter his decline phase batting-wise, but that eye just bumped up to 70, so I have no qualms with continuing to play him. Especially since he's got this year and next. And at age 38, hopefully he's considering retirement at that point. Given that we got Seiya Suzuki's player option and Ryo Ota's opt-out, 2031 is going to be a very transformative year for this team. Especially since we need to figure out if we're keeping Okuma or not. He's stepped up nicely with Manny Guzman injured, and his OPS is actually quite solid for once. So we'll see how long that lasts. I'm trying to remember which games we actually played through last time I was streaming. Obviously we did versus the Bears, versus the Hawks. Can't remember if we did any other ones, so we'll find one. We'll see if there's any interesting ones that come up, like maybe there's an opportunity to see Yonamine get a start, or see if Okuma can keep it up, or maybe once Guzman's back from injury, we'll watch that, whatever that game is. You will note a very interesting player. Uh-oh. Oh no, not YY. As I was saying, you'll notice a very interesting player sitting, or a team sitting second in the Pacific League. The Niigata Komatsu Bears have suddenly become good. It's in part because of their young stud pitchers all developing at once in Kenichi Sato, Katsuhiro Oshima. Some pretty smart, or Sumiteru Kanazawa is also in the mix there. Adding Tsutsugo to play first, I think, really was the deciding factor. At age 38, he's still got pop, and he's still able to play. Kota's doing good work. Basically, it looks... And our old friend Shosei Nakamura, who signed a 1-year prove-it deal with the Bears. I think that may also be a reason why. I mean, he's not performing as well as he did last time he was with us, but Bears got a shot. He's not expecting that. Yudai Ono's currently in the minors. Maru still playing with the Lions. I think it was against the lines that we included in last session. I honestly don't remember. Or was it the fighters? All I know is that the last game of the season's up against Kieran, so we're not going to see them. Let's do this weekend series against the Eagles. I think that might be an interesting one. So we'll keep going ahead a week. Especially since the Eagles and Lions are both squabbling for the third playoff spot. Oh dear. So we've lost our ace for the duration of the season. This is why you have multiple options down in the minors. I mean, Mitsuki Shinohara stunk in his 5 starts up with the big club, but our other option is someone like Tsuneyuki Tanaka, who has not been great. So we're going to give Shinohara another shot in the rotation. Well, actually, no, you know what? We've got enough starters. We can futz around. Let's bring up Tomiyama, the lefty reliever. So we're going to give Fujioka a chance to start, and he's done well out of the bullpen. We'll see how he does, and if worst comes to worst, we'll flip back to Shinohara. Six-hit day for Tateishi. Wow. Oscar Munoz is having a season for the ages right now. You love to see it. .48 WAR, and it's still the middle of June. I know there was that storyline about him lying about his age, but really don't think it's necessary. Ooh, former Buffalo Katsuki Azuma out for a season. Spirit lose one of their aces. Like, he had a fantastic season in 2028. Seiya is playing agelessly. So what injury did Guzman have? Herniated disc. Is that worth a rehab stint? You know what? Okuma's doing well enough. Yeah, let's give him a rehab stint. So let's do one of these games. All right, Guzman's eligible to come back. We'll give him a short rehab stint in the minors. You know what? We'll take the Sunday game against Rakuten. So we lost another reliever, so Fusashi Shinazu is going to come back up. So let's see if Fujioka does well. This is going to be our first game that we're going to stream this session. Excuse me while I slobber over the batting lineup. Okay. Fujioka, his first start of the season, up against Kameji Okada, also starting his first start of the season. Looks like he hasn't made a start in the bigs yet. Ground ball pitcher and a lefty, so we're going to probably stack up on right-handed batters, which means I think Noguchi is going to be moving to first base, and we'll bat leadoff. Interesting. And we'll see Tomohiro Abe come in to play left field in his stead. Interesting looking lineup. And hopefully a short leash for Fujioka. We'll see how he fares against the Eagles. This could be an interesting one. It's good to be back at the Kyodome. Rakuten hasn't beaten us yet this season. First batter of the game, Yuki Sato has to charge in to make the play, but make the play he does.
Strike three.
First strikeout of the game for Fujioka. All right, we got a pull hitter in Yoshimura. Let's pitch around him a little bit. Pops this one the other way. Abe's there. Nicely done, sir. Man, that's a lot of 70s on the infield. No wonder Rakuten's loaded up on ground ballers. Like, this is a team after my own design. Crummy outfielders, but infield D, that's fantastic. We got Jiro Kamata over at third. Gold Glover Tsukasaburo Doi at short. Kurokawa over at second. And now Nishiguchi at first. Who really is better suited as a second baseman with those ratings. Like, holy smokes. No wonder they're going to move or let Kurokawa walk. Team captain Keiichi Noguchi is going to take a leadoff walk to start this game off. Let's see. Yuya Sera's arm is not that good. So I have a feeling we're going to be running a storm at this point. Do the hit and run.
Strike three.
Strike him out, throw him out, double play. So much for that idea. And Munoz is just going to fly out to center.
Strike three.
All right, so far so good for Fujioka. He's been able to dance between the raindrops here. High fly ball deep to right. Seiya's gonna have to watch this one go. Me and my big mouth. Well then, Eagles lead 1-0. Try and get a double play ball out of this. Seto's not exactly known for his offense, but he doinks a single into left. Runners at first and second with one out here for the shortstop Doi. Let's stay with that double play depth. The 2-2 from Fujioka gets the strikeout. Yes. Here's Jiro Kamata, the bottom of the order. On the ground, right to Noguchi. Flips it to Fujioka. That's the inning. Ota's going to nub this one on the ground. Kamata's going to make the throw across the diamond, 5-3. Macho will roll this one to Kurokawa, 2 away. Seiya is going to take a walk. That brings up Okuma, the shortstop, who will go down swinging. I will say this, Munoz makes it look easy out there. Popped up, center field. Yuki's doing what Yuki's doing. Full count to Yoshimura. Lined right to Munoz. Munoz riding a bit of a hot streak, so be good to see him get a good knock here.
Strike 3.
Or a strikeout. Abe, one of our platoon guys, is going to get the first hit of the game, driving it past the third baseman Kamata. Noguchi will take his second walk of the day. First pitch swinging, Yuki Sato popped up into foul ground. Nothing doing there. The 2-2 to Munoz. I'm guessing he's got his own Latin band or something. I swear I didn't play that. Top of the fourth, Kurokawa launches this one to right field, but Seiya is there. This is the guy who hit the dinger last time. We're just going to pitch around him. And instead he's going to beat out an infield single. (3-1) to Amicangelo. Takes a walk. Let's get someone warmed up in the bullpen. Shimazu. Seda on the ground, 6-4-3.
Yeah.
Well turned by Okuma and Munoz there. Now let's sit Shimazu back down. Yoshida launches this one to center field, but playable for Endo. Come on, guys, you're killing me here. Taken by Noguchi himself. Well done. Jiro dreams of sushi, but not getting a hit here. 6-3 put out. Okuma gets it done. The 0-2 to Nishiguchi.
Strike 3.
Called strike 3. Good effort by Fujioka. 80 pitches. We're going to give him the 6th. So far, just one mistake. All quiet on the Oryx front in terms of offense. Abe has both hits today as he digs out an infield single. Everyone's having a rough go. Guys, wake up. I need you. Ooh, Fujioka plunks a guy. 84 pitches. Now let's get Shimazu warmed up. Past Ota into left field. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Full count to 3-0 to Kurokawa. He swings and gets a 4-6-3 double play. All right, last batter of the inning. Pitch around him.
Strike 3.
Called strike 3. Shimazu will get the 7th. I stood him up twice. I kind of have to now. Yuki Sato grounds this one to Doi, and he's able to turn it. Give credit where credit is due. Kameji Okada has been able to keep the ball on the ground and out of the stands. 6 shutout innings from the Eagles rookie. Michelangelo goes the other way and will pull up into second with a leadoff double. Not the way you want to start this inning. We're going to pitch around Seta here with a base open. There's some weak contact. Two-one to Doi. Fly ball into center again. Yuki's been busy out there, but he's making the plays. 1-1 to Kamata. Plunked. Three-one to Nishiguchi. Inside ball 4. We're going to get Yamauchi warmed up because they got a lot of lefties coming up next. Nowhere to put him. The 2-2 to Saito.
Strike 3.
Karaburi Sanshin. Dancing around the raindrops. New pitcher for the day into the game, Lee Ju-yop for the Eagles. Picks up right where his opposition left off.
Strike 3.
2 strikeouts and a flyout. That will end the day for Shimazu. Yoshitomo Yamauchi comes in to face the deep set of lefties that Rakuten has set against us. The 1-2 to Kurokawa. Tough little play. Ducks North single into left field. Brings up Endo. The 1-1 from him. Or to him from Yamauchi. On the ground for a 6-3 double play. At what point do we start working on defensive substitutions? Or pinch hitters? Umino puts a charge into this one, but it's deep and playable. Endo is there. Alright, we are going to do just that. Pinch hitter coming in, Jitsuo Onizuka. The 1-1 down the line, and that's a fair ball. Onizuka's on his horse. He's going to stop pulling at second with a lead up or the 1-out double. It's exactly what we wanted to do here. Noguchi with an RBI chance will strike out looking.
Strike 3.
Man, this team. We're going to bring Naohiko Inoue in to play left, since we sat down Abe. 3-1 to Amicangelo. I know we have a lefty out when we shouldn't, but the bullpen's kind of depleted at the moment, and I'm not going to burn Akira Ishikawa here when the offense is so very clearly not doing a darn thing. Seta on the ground past Okuma. Runners at first and second. Tsukasaburo Doi now. Try and turn 2. On the ground, 4, 6, 3. The 2-1 to Kamata. On the ground, Yamauchi makes the play. Okay. The closer, Chi Jung Liu, comes in. And it's the meat of the Buffalo's order: Munoz, Ota, Yoshida, and Suzuki if we can get it to him. Somebody's got to have the answer here.
Yeah! Here we go now! Here we go now! Here we go!
I have got to find what is making that noise for Oscar Munoz. Excuse me a moment. I don't know, actually. That's weird. Anyways, he grounds out. Ota now. Up the middle, base hit. And the tying run is aboard. A daring send here. Ryo Ota running. Caught stealing. Really? The guy with the 35 arm managed to get someone out? Okay. I'll take that loss. 4 hits. 2 of those from Abe. The whole team just stunk. Oh, great. Guzman now has a bruised finger. Okay. All right, swept the Bears at our place. Love it. Okay, I think it's safe to say Manny Guzman's ready to go again. So we're going to see Katsuda head down, Guzman called back up. Another spirit pitcher down for the season. Hi, former old friend Max Kepler. He came back to the Bay Stars and he's been burning it up with them. At age 37. Our old friend Yu Suzuki. Hitomi Honda, after we sent him to the Lions, is back on the trading block. Kamoto for the Spirit? Really? Wow. Yamamura's on the block because he's a pending free agent, and Fragile, no thank you. So how's Kita been doing since we sent him down? Is he even getting starts? Now, let's make sure Kita's still getting starts down in the minors. Get to the end of the month and let's see what we're looking at. I think that may be a trade. Alright, EDA is back, so we're going to send him on a rehab stint. Not interested in bringing on Otake here. So the problem with Noguchi is he's much more of a splitsy guy. I think we may have to set him to not start against lefties. Or against righties. That'll bring down Hiko Inoue up into that spot instead. It gives me no small pleasure to see the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks being absolute trash this season. Yamauchi's getting banged up. Guzman's injured again. You know what? We've got Okuma. Okuma does well. Let's just keep Guzman on the bench. So with Yamauchi injured with a sore elbow, how's Fujioka been doing in the rotation? Doing solid. So let's bring Shimada up. Another good lefty arm. So what? So Onizuka's still fallen behind a little bit compared to last season. I wonder what's going on there. I mean, his base running has been better. I'll give him that much. And we've got another Sawamura candidate in Shinnosuke Sato. Yeah, it's a shame that some of these guys are doing as poorly as they are. Hopefully Shinohara has been able to figure it out in the minors. Okay, looks like he has. Kita's torching the minors, so maybe he gets a call up at some point. Seiya Suzuki, Batter of the Month. Shinosuke Sato. What is that thing on your lip, Buster? I do not approve of your facial hair selection here. And of course Tateishi, the pitcher, the star of the Giants, is doing well. I still can't believe the Giants got this guy. Alright. Manager really likes Eddie Ramirez being added. Love it. We're just outside the top 10. Sitting 9th in... Oh, right! It's time for International FA! Montejano seems like a fun guy. Rodarte, big lefty power bat. Diaz kind of seems like a worse version of Munoz. Fuentes is basically a DH. Let's take a couple of scouting report requests. There are only 2 pitchers? Wow. So let's offer a deal to Montejano. See if he's willing to go at 2 million. Okay. Getting the best shortstop or the best third baseman on the market would be a coup for us. And he can play some outfield. Well, looks like Tomohiro Abe's on a bit of a hitting streak. You know what, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's bring Kita back and see how he fares. We'll tune in to this game over in Zozo Marine Stadium. Ostensible ace v ace battle here. That said 10-0 in the season series so far. All right, Yuki leading it off with a leadoff single. Here's Manny. On the ground, that's going to be a double play. And Munoz strikes out. Yonamine's been on a bit of a hot streak as of late. That's a towering fly ball. Kita back, not quite to the track, but that thing must have been picked up by the wind currents. It is windy out here on the Tokyo Bay, let's put it that way. The 1-2 to Mashu. High drive deep to left field, and that one's going to leave the ballpark. Not the best start. Taiki Ohata gets into one, and that one also will leave the park. And that will be caught on the warning track. That looked really good. Two-0 to Sosuke Genda. Little dribbler beats out the infield single. That's going around the horn. Yes, sir. Three nothing deficit's nothing we haven't come back from before. Oh, that's just going to sit in the corner. That could be... That will be a stand-up double for Ota. All right, Kita, let's see how you've done since you've been called back up. All right, flares it into left. That will be an RBI single for the returning left fielder. He's off and running. Safely steals second base. Umino puts a charge into this one, but it catches the wind again. Drops into the left fielder Taiki Ohata's mitt. Is Sato now, like, more frequently striking out than he used to? I don't know. Guzman punches this one up the middle. Kita is rounding third and will come in to score. It's a one-run ball game off the bat of Manny Guzman. Manny's off and running. The 2-2 to Munoz. Up the middle, gobbled by Genda. So the Buffs regain, or get one back, but that's all. Second infield hit. For the Marines today. The 1-2 to Matsuda. Down on strikes. The 1-0 to Mashu Ishikawa. Popped up right basically on top of second base. And dropped by Munoz. I'm making the LeBron James, why did you do that face? I've seen enough. I mean, Kita, 3 for 4 day. Welcome back. I think he's going to stick with the big club now. Namine just got torched with too many gopher balls. It is really bunched up for that third playoff spot. Half a game separates third through fifth. All 3 from Taiki Ohata. Man, that stinks. Montellano is liking our offer. That crummy pitcher, Danny Timores, heads to the Eagles for pennies. You know, yeah, we're gonna let Yamakawa retire at 444 dingers. Good work there, buddy. Uh-oh. Tachibana's injured now. Thankfully, it was a day-to-day thing. Bleep You bullpen gets the job done. Love to see it. And we have added Victor Montellano. In the international complex. We now have an international complex. We'll give him a couple seasons, then we'll promote him into the minor league squad. QG, hamstring soreness, he's fine. Attaboy, QG. So basically, I'm not going to be playing in the free agent market much longer. So yeah, we missed out on Ambrise last season. But I feel like we got the better deal in Montellano. Of course, Ambrise is like the best prospect. Nakada's kind of a jerk. Kita's still not doing so hot. So if I swallow what's left of his salary, throw in Fujiwara there, am I gonna get anything good? Totaro Hasegawa. He looks like he could contribute. Not sure if I like the idea of sending it to the Hawks, but the Hawks are also in the midst of a rebuild. Do we want to pick up the guy who held us to only one hit in Kameji Okada? Gotta remember that all these relievers are overhyped by the averages of the overall ratings. Old friend Isamu Fukuda. Having a rough go this season. Old friend Kaima Taira, formerly of the Lions. Currently of the Lions, actually, in with the real game. So far, the Hawks have presented the most tantalizing offer in Hasegawa. Let's do a search for prospects specifically. We gave Kita a shot, but it'd be great to get the $2 million off my payroll. Whole bunch of declined arbitration guys that the Eagles have signed to big money that doesn't interest me. Bears offering Midori Ishii. No thank you. Lefty with no movement. I already have one. Alright, so I think the deal is actually going to be with the Hawks for Totaro Hasegawa. I wonder if they will add in some others. Uehara, who was a member of our team at one point. Hogan's a familiar name. A whole bunch of guys on their... That's a lot of relievers. Are they just collecting guys at this point? Carlos Jorge, basically Manny Guzman. Okay, what about Yoshinori Suzuki? Five-pitch guy, starter, decent reliever, but the hold, I'm not digging it. Also, he is just coming back from injury, so what? Let's look at the Major League Club and see if there's anyone here they'd be willing to part with. I like that you can just basically just swap guys in and out and never get anything more than an annoyance from them. So he's willing to give up Yuto Furuya. Oh, pending free agent, that's why. Never mind. Yanagi's got too much money left on his contract. Matsuda is a pending free agent. So their top prospect is Chuji Ito. Alright, would they be willing to add in Seiji Taguchi, I wonder? I'd have to give up Shinohara, but given how much of a stinkhole he's been at the major... Oh, he's also our number 24 ranked prospect. Yeah, we're not doing that. I could see Yoshinori Suzuki doing well for our club. But is he better than Tsuneyuki Tanaka? No, not really. Yeah, I know this always makes for gripping television of me fussing over what my trade offers are going to be. Why do I have Hasegawa? Oh, I already had my eye on him, apparently. The fact that the Hawks are in win now mode when they're doing so poorly is admittedly kind of funny. Okay, what if we added Igarashi? No. I'm not giving up anyone. I prefer not to give up anyone good. Let's put it that way. And they always want to ask for the moon in Yonamine. They are playing their cards exceedingly close to the chest. Yeah, I'm not picking up Junpei Kawada, not at that money. Alright, but if we had Matsuda... basically a done deal. And Mitsugu's no slouch. I mean... he's not doing that much better than... he's actually doing worse than Onizuka. So we'd be getting him to be a bench bat. And to play first instead of Noguchi. You know what? What the hey? It's just money. See if we can avoid eating more money than we have to on Kita's deal. Balance this with some money. Actually, instead of Matsuda, who's a pending FA, let's see if we can get them to eat some cash on Hasegawa's contract. I like that. So here's our one deal. Gold Glover, left fielder Ryoto Kita, and reliever Tomohiro Fujiwara to the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks for Totaro Hasegawa, the young right-handed reliever, and Mitsugu Masuda, the right-handed first baseman. So let's add both these guys to our 40-man. Yeah, Nishimaki is getting demoted. Let's send Shimada down. Hasegawa goes up. Masuda goes up. We do need a center fielder to back up Yuke. Yeah, I think we're going to call up Gushiken as well. So we are going to take a hit on defense. Macho's moving back into outfield. So Matsuda moves to first. Onizuka moves to DH. And we've got Tomohiro Abe to be our defensive sub. I like the approach. We're basically saying, you know what? Never mind defense. Our pitchers can handle it. Let's go all in on the offense. Welcome to the team, Mitsugu Masuda, or Matsuda. Let's give him a little bit of time, and maybe we'll flip him back around to be a platoon bat. So Kita and his rather substantial contract head to the Hawks. Basically traded pending free agents and minor league guys. I gave up Fujiwara, but I got Hasegawa. Okay, we gotta give him a better jersey number than that. Go with 26. So we'll sim this one now that we've made the deal. Since we're facing a lefty, Matsuda will play first. Noguchi takes over in left. Yoshida will DH. And we got Shungyosai Masuda behind the dish. Duncan Davitt on the bump. Let's see how the new acquisition fares. I just realized Matsuda is still ARB eligible for another season. So in terms of what he's capable of bringing to the ballpark, batting average between 280 and 300, double-digit dingers more often than not. All right. Davitt on the bump, up against the Fighters. Diving play by Yuki Sato to lead things off. Suguhara Nishimoto. Full count from Davitt. On the ground, and the new first baseman Matsuda takes it himself. Ah, Kensuke Kondo, the ageless. Lines it right to Guzman. Here's the left fielder, Keiichi Noguchi. High fly ball into center field. Mori makes the play there. Tadashi Watanabe has been a mainstay of the Fighters infield. And maybe now that Genda's still on the team. But the hope is that maybe he'll finally get the recognition for his defense that he so rightfully deserves. Munoz, high drive, deep to left field, and that one's gone to the Owen dog. You love to see it. The mighty Munoz gets the Buffaloes on the board early to back up Davitt. Here's Jacob Sanford now against Davitt. Karaburi Sanshin, sit down. Third baseman Heita Endo comes up. Also set down on strikes. Here's Yoshia Matsui.
Strike three.
Duncan Davitt strikes out the side. Attaboy Dunk. I think Yoshida is Father Time's finally catching up to him a little bit. We may see his role on the team start to move back a little bit. All right. Seiya's off and running. Safe at second base. New first baseman for the Buffaloes, Mitsugu Masuda. Fly ball left side. Playable and caught. Nishimoto is there.
Strike three.
Guzman strikes out on a way outside pitch. Two-two to Nakamura. That's 4 strikeouts in a row for Davitt. That ball's going all the way into the wall. Yuki Sato is there. Sugihara, the catcher, a 1-out double. That will bring up Tadashi Watanabe. Shortstop.
Strike three.
Make that 5 Ks. Akira Mori will take a full count walk to bring up Nishimoto. On the ground, Matsuda makes it look easy. The catcher Masuda rolls this one on the ground to the second baseman, grounds out for 3. Noguchi punches this one up the middle, base hit. Second hit of the ball game for the Buffs. Yuki Sato on the ground. The first baseman, Matsui, takes it, but Noguchi is able to speed his way to second. Munoz lifts this one to center field, but playable. The second baseman is the one who calls for it. Yuki Sato has to charge in to make this play, but make it he does. The 2-1 to Sanford. Fly ball right side, Seiya. Plenty of time and space. Guzman throws it. Matsuda bobbles it and can't come up with it. Bad throw by Guzman. Runner at second with 1 out. The 1-2 to Matsui. Called strike 3. The error does not come back to haunt the Buffs. Ota with a leadoff walk. I basically have to send Ota running whenever I get the chance, because otherwise he's not going to get another 2020 season. Yoshida on the ground. That's a 3-6 play, fielder's choice. Seiya Suzuki launches this one through the middle. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Full count to Matsuda. Outside, ball 4. Here's Manny Guzman now. Full count. Low, ball 4. RBI, bases loaded walk. That brings up the catcher, Shungyosai Masuda. The 1-0. On the ground. That's going to go around the horn for a double play to end the inning, but we scrape out another run. I'll take it. Full count to Nakamura.
Strike 3.
Down on strikes. Davitt's got his stuff working tonight. I am here for this. First pitch swing, Sugihara, the catcher, goes to center field, but Yuki Sato covers more ground than just about anyone in the game. 1-2 to Watanabe.
Strike 3.
Another called strike 3. Slider gets him. Here's the left fielder, Noguchi. Punched into left field. That's going all the way to the wall. And Noguchi can run. It's a leadoff double for the left fielder. The captain leading by example. Yuki holds up. Runners at first and second now. The double steal is on. And both are in there safely. Two to Munoz. Called strike 3 on the outside corner with a fork ball. A 1-2 to Ota. Fly ball. Playable. Maybe deep enough? And Keiichi Noguchi hustles in. That's a sac fly for the third baseman Ota. 3-1 to Yoshida, driven into left center field, but playable. Buffs scrape out another. The 1-2 to Mori.
Strike 3.
Karaburi Sanshin on an outside fastball. David's starting to bump up against the limits of his pitch count, so we are going to see Julian Fernandez get warm. Fly ball, that's going to fall into the left center gap. Ishimoto is going to cruise into second with a 1-out double. We are doing no doubles defense for Kondo. Ball's going to get away from Masuda. That will bring the infield in. try and keep this run from scoring. Ball gets away from Masuda again. Ishimoto scores. That's 2 wild pitches from Davitt. Come on, Fernandez. Need you here. The 2-1 to Kondo. That will fall in left field. So that run would have scored anyway. That will put an end to Davitt's day. Julian Fernandez comes in to face Jacob Sanford. Full count to Sanford.
Strike 3.
Haraburi Sanshin. The 1-2 to Endo. And he's down on strikes as well. Fernandez getting it done. We're going to have to try and get another inning out of him, because the rest of our bullpen is pooped. Matsuda on the ground, gobbled up by the third baseman Endo. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Guzman grounds this one out to the pitcher. Thankfully, Fernandez can go a couple extra innings. Whoop. And he's going to plunk the leadoff batter. That is suboptimal. The 1-1, bunted by the second baseman, plays to first. Sugihara has been able to do well against us, so Fernandez is just going to let this one sneak through for a single and an RBI. Oh boy. All right, we're going to have to get Ishikawa up in a hurry. The 1-2 to Hosokawa as a pinch hitter.
Strike 3.
Down on strikes. Akira Mori now, the 2-2 from Fernandez.
Strike 3.
Called strike 3. It's going to have to be a 2-out save for Ishikawa. Either we go to Totaro. Or we force Higashi to come in on short rest. Ooh, just lined right to the first baseman. Okay. Fernandez did a job. Ishikawa's going to come in. Lots of lefties in this lineup. So I'll be able to take advantage of some very nice splits here.
Strike 3.
Fastball gets the strikeout against the leadoff batter Nishimoto. There's Kondo now. And he's down on strikes looking. 92 on the fastball there. Jacob Sanford now. Strikeout victim. Akira Ishikawa strikes out the side. He is getting the 9th for sure. Munoz on the ground to the third baseman Endo. Across the diamond, no issue. Ota rolls this one to the second baseman, but Watanabe boots it. Oh, that's because that's not Watanabe anymore. That's Motoya Nakamura, normally the second baseman. Ota taking the lead. And he's running this time. In safe with a stolen base. And Macho is going to get intentionally walked here to bring up Seiya Suzuki. Tomoya Matsuda will face the righty. The 2-1 to Seiya. High drive deep to center field. That's the deepest part of the ballpark, and Seiya finds it. And we're going to call up Totoro Hasegawa to pitch the ninth now that it's no longer a save situation. Or at least get him warmed up. If we can save Ishikawa, the better. Full count to Masuda. And he will ground out to the second baseman. That's why you don't intent walk anyone. My neighbor Totaro. Line drive to left field, but Noguchi makes the play. The 1-2 to Matsui.
Strike three.
Strikeout swinging. The kid is good. The shortstop Nakamura. The 2-2 from Hasegawa. On the ground, Munoz. On to Matsuda. Ball game Buffaloes. It's nice to see a win, and it's nice to see the new guy settling in nicely. I'm going to have a talk with David about the back-to-back wild pitches, though. Two 5-star plays. Nice. I'll pretend like I know what that means. Also, the Bears are hanging around. The offense is clicking. The pitching is doing well. We may have to face an expansion team in the postseason. And depending on how today goes, we may get to that postseason today, we may not. Let's send Yamauchi back down to the minors for now. I feel like the bullpen's in pretty good shape now that we got Totaro. It looks like Fujioka is starting to get exposed a little bit, so let's promote him down and let's give Shinohara another shot up at the big club. Actually, we gotta do EDA up. Tomiyama back down. Give Shinohara another chance in the rotation. This is why you get a whole bunch of good pitchers. Because you never know when someone's going to tear a labrum or do something stupid. Well, sadly, that's not the first time since I've started streaming that my poor little laptop has blue screened on me. Part and parcel of having a, what's, 7-year-old laptop now? I think I have a driver I need to update somewhere. So we're back at the start of July. So I'm not going to waste any time, and I'm going to redo that trade again. So it's with the Hawks, Matsuda, Hasegawa, and I was giving up Kita and Fujiwara. I had to add in another pitcher this time. Oh well. Shimada can be demoted. Segawa bumped up. Ochi demoted. Matsuda called up. Okay, where were we? So nice that we lost as much time as we did. And yes, it cost me another player, but Heitaro Noda is not making the big club. Decent bat, but he's a DH. That's all he is. Right, I was going to go to the free agents. Let's get Montellano back. Don't want to lose sight of that. If the game crashes again, then I am Oh. Okay, now Montellano wants more dosh. So much for trying to get the same deal as last time. How about 3 million? All right, 3.6. I want Montellano. It's just a shame that my game crashing now costs me that much money. So, we got to re-sign all of our coaching staff. I will literally print the checks. And apparently Nakajima now wants his own control. Yeah, I'll extend Perdomo. And Spivey. I just hope Nakajima picks good personnel. Because I feel like we've got a really good set of guys here. Alright, so I'm in a bidding war now. I am not spending $7 million. Man, why didn't I save? Go with Rondinella instead. Or try, you know what? Go with Manny Fuentes instead. Get a big slugging DH type guy. Wow, 4 home run game, Tadashi Kon. Oh geez, now Yomiuri wants in. I do not need to be spending that much cash. Hawks are now trying to get Montellano for 10 million. Alright, I don't want to go home empty-handed though, so let's try let's go with Rondinella. Well, unfortunately, that did sort of scupper our chances at actually being able to get into the postseason. If anything, we'll just finish up just beforehand. At the very least, Jitsuo Onizuka has benefited from the move to the DH spot. His bat's starting to come around. Matsuda has been okay. He definitely does fare better against righties than lefties. Or vice versa. So maybe we set him to be bench versus lefties? Yeah, let's try that now. Tomohiro Abe at left field. Sure, why not? Victor Montellano goes to the Hawks. $8.876 million. But what we've done is we have added Jose Rondinella. Yuki Sato, 5-hit day. Man's making his money worth. There we go. That's the volume level I was looking for. Alright. Made it to the All-Star game. Intact this time. Manny Fuentes went to the Giants. $10 million. Jesus. Kyuji Tachibana, no hitter. 13 Ks, 4 walks. Absolutely ridiculous effort from QG. I mean, yes, he's going to be feeling it because he threw 125 pitches, but damn. All right, who's making the All-Star team? Duncan Davitt, 7-0 to start the season. Let's see. Shinosuke Sato, 11-1, having himself in a fantastic season. Yukihiko Yonamine getting recognized for his hard work, ability to go deep into games, and the fact that if you take a look at his game log, he started 1-5. He has lost only 1 game since. YY2. Okay, so he is YY2. Has definitely rounded into form. Akira Ishikawa out of the bullpen. Solid effort from him. Kaoru Higashi, the closer, 18 saves this season. Jitsuo Onizuka getting the start at DH. Oscar Munoz getting the start at second. Yo Ota at third base. Oh, hey, Jeets might be actually starting at first with Shu Masuda starting at third. Masataka Yoshida, the DH spot starter. Yuki Sato getting the nod in center. Seiya Suzuki in right. Any familiar faces on the Central League side? Justin Wilson finally turning in a good season for the Dragons. Way to go, Bud B. Teriyaki Sate. Oyama, I recognize. Kozono, yep. Kepler, oh, welcome back, man. Honestly, it's so good to see him doing well. Still can't believe we finished and went into the break with a no-hitter. Also loving that Tomohiro Abe is somehow doing so well. Alright, so EDA is just about done his rehab. So let's give Shimazu or Hasegawa. Now let's send down Shimazu and give EDA the call up again. So how smart does this trade look for the Bears now? Mishima retired. Honda is the closer over in the Eagles minor league team, so... But Kiyoharu Sawano for the Bears? Now the Bears are a playoff team. I wonder if we're going to see any other trades heading into the trade deadline. Also, I am really hoping these scores hold, or these standings hold. Bears versus Spirit in the first round of the postseason. Oh, the Bears have bought at the deadline. Okay, a couple trades came through. Fighters picking up Shinnosuke Shimo. Lefty starter. Giving up Kimiya Kuwata, third baseman, who is kind of and Fumiogaho Hasegawa, garbage catcher. Okay. The Bears picked up a big arm in Masahiro Yokoyama, ground ball pitcher, adding another arm to their rotation. And their rotation looks good now. But the price was steep. Sanayatsu Shimizu, the center fielder, Toshifumi Ochi, the middle infielder, who actually looks like he could play well, Shunsho Kochi, and Kiyoshi Ito. First two of those have reported to the Fighters Top Flight Club. The Bears bought at the deadline, I repeat. Edin Ramirez looking like he's rounding into form. Kurebayashi is doing well over at the Pacific Association. Miss you, big guy. I mean, we could always just buy him outright and have him return to the club, but I don't see the need. And hopefully Matsuda is able to break out of his slump. Okay, we may actually see Yamamoto back this season. play one more against the Hawks. Maybe. Oh, wow. They really did fall off. I mean, there's only 6 games between 3rd and 6th. 5.5 now. So it's us, then 17 games, then the Bears, then 15 games, then the rest of the league. And the Spirit are threatening to lose their postseason spot. We have clinched a playoff berth. And give credit where credit is due. Yoshihiro Fujioka is hanging in there in this version of the save. Okuma looks like he's a captain now for some reason. Ishimaki has... well, he hasn't been the greatest. So he was a mistake to sign, but you know what? Chemistry is important, and we've got a lot of good guys on this roster. Wow. Tigers are making a push for the playoffs. Baystars are making a push for the pennant. And the Spirit are making a push to whiff on their postseason aspirations yet again. Don't you love it when you've lost track of who you've actually seen plays against? Walked off the Bears. Jeets. Yeah, buddy. Well, let's take that one game that we got hanging out in the middle of nowhere. Weird little hiccup in the schedule. Noguchi is day-to-day with a lacerated hand. Ouchie. Let's put him on the IL. And Takechi Egawa is going to come up and take his spot. I like Egawa's makeup, especially that arm. Switch hitter, better against lefties. Or better as a lefty batter, so maybe an opportunity to get him some playtime. Every team needs a varied contributions from various folks. All right. We're going to play this one, but I need a short break first. I will be right back. Right. Where were we? I get to see some familiar faces on this Lions team. I feel like we've played them a lot. McClanahan, Con, Maru. Frazier. All right, and here we go. Maru's got some reverse splits, so we're going to move the outfield back a little bit.
Strike three.
Walked on a full count. Double play depth, hold the runner. Not like it matters, and the ball gets away. Munoz, runner advances to third. Let's instead go infield in. Pitch around. Popped up on the infield. Guzman calls for it. No harm, no foul. Masato Kondo. Big pull hitter. The 0-2. Down on strikes. Onizuka's having a good season. Seiya Suzuki doinks this one into left, but Frazier barely has to move to make the play. Yoshida grounds out to the first baseman unassisted.
Strike three.
Against a very lefty-heavy lineup, Yonamine should be doing well. First hit of the game for the... Actually, just first hit of the game full stop. Tomoya Mori aboard with a one-out single. The 1-2 to Misawa, the shortstop.
Strike three.
Cutter on the corner. Strike three. Chad McClanahan
Strike
will
three.
strike out as well. 5K so far for Yonamine. YY2 carving him up. Ota's always a threat to steal in this game. Umino pops this one to left. Frazier's there. One down.
Strike three.
Abe strikes out on a sinker. Yuki Sato, hard hit, but right to the third baseman Yamamura. Lead-off walk, not what you want to see. 1-1 to Maru. Bunted by the 40-year-old. Good play by Umino to gun him down.
Strike three.
Kon grounds it. Onizuka takes it himself. Still scoreless here, top of the fourth. I don't think anyone expected Kusano to get in a pitcher's duel here with Yonamine, but he's doing a job. Onizuka, Mr. Big Bat, beats out an infield single. Seiya lifts this one to center field. Maru is there. Here's Kondo. Punched into center field for a base hit. Leadoff single. Here's Yamamura now. On the ground, 4-6, no 3. Couldn't turn it around in time. The 0-2 to Mori. Slider gets the job done. A 2-1 to Misawa, the shortstop. And Shinobu will ground out 6-4, fielder's choice. I'm sorry, Morihiko, not Shinobu. Shinobu's the second baseman. Anyways, Macho's having another good season. I also like that Munoz is stealing Ota's 2020 charm. May actually be able to put together a 25-25 season. Macho, deep center field, playable for Maru.
Strike 3.
Umino puts a charge into this one deep to left field, and that one will leave the ballpark. 10 dingers for the Buffalo's catcher. And the Buffs have a lead now. Here in the top of the 5th. Abe gets under one, lofts it to center. Old man Maru is still able to get the job done. Credit where credit is due. Yonamine's been able to do pretty good work here. Guzman charges to get this one. That was over the mound and could have been tricky. Choshi launches it over the head of Seiya Suzuki. That's going to sit at the wall. Seiya's up throwing. It's a one-out double for the second baseman. Punched into center field. This game is now tied. Yoshihiro Maru with a RBI single. Full count to Frazier, and he walks. Fly ball, center field. Yuki has plenty of time to come in. 2 away. Here's Kondo now. The 1-2. Off the end of the bat. Deep into center right. Yuki. Plenty of time. So it's a tie ball game now. Couple of fly balls to center. Oh, and that one's over the head of Maru. Guzman is going to be able to pull into third with a one-out triple. Munoz goes for the squeeze bunt. They get the lead runner, Guzman. And the triple is erased. Really thought I had that one. Yamamura goes up the middle, base hit. Here's Mori now. Bunted back to the pitcher. Yeah, let's guard the lines again. popped up right side. Seiya has room. The runner does tag to third. They need a hit from McClanahan here. On the ground, Munoz to Onizuka. No run scores.
Strike three.
Macho having a bit of a rough go this game. Ota holds up on the full count pitch and takes a walk. Umino flares this one to right on a 3-1 count. Runners at first and second now for Abe. All right, we're going to have to go to... Let's get Julian Fernandez warmed up. I just realized Yonamina's at 92 pitches. Do we go with a pinch hitter? If so, who are we going with? Igawa or Matsuda? We need to save Matsuda for a defensive sub for Onizuka. Actually, top of the 7 seems like the right time to bring him in, so let's do that.
Strike three.
And the pinch hitter strikes out. So Matsuda moves into first. Now Hiko Inoue subs in at left. And Matsuda is going to get his first taste of action right away. Ota has to wait on this one. Long throw, but a great one by Ryo Ota. Here's Matthew Frazier. The 2-2 popped up. Foul territory. Matsuda is there. Right, I forgot Noguchi's still on the shelf. Rats. All right, Yuke. Past a diving shortstop. Yuki Sato gets aboard with a single. No throw from Mori. Two and out to Guzman. Fly ball, center field. Mato is there. No runner advances. And they will intentionally walk Oscar Munoz to get to Naohiko Inoue. Double steal is on.
Safe.
Both runners are safe. Cusano's a good pitcher. Or maybe not the best defensive pitcher. You know what? Swing away here.
Strike three.
Dang. Should have bunted. Fly ball center field. We still can't scrape out a run. Fernandez is going to have to go a little bit longer. Kon doinks this one into center field in front of Yuki Sato. Go ahead, run is aboard. And that will get Akira Ishikawa warmed up in the bullpen. The 2-1 to Kondo. Flared into left field, base hit. First and second now, nobody out. The 2-1 to Yamamura. On the ground, 4-6-3 double play. We're going to let Fernandez try and finish this one out. First pitch swing up the middle. Guzman makes the play. Ishikawa will get the 9th and maybe the 10th. We'll see if the Buffs can scrape out a run here. We're still tied at 1 here in the top of the 9th. Ota, deep drive to left, but lined right to Frazier. Ah, that was it.
Strike 3.
I mean, give Kusano credit. He's gone 9 innings of 1-run ball for the 23-year-old. Akira Ishikawa comes in here in the bottom of the 9th. Pinch hitter now, Kazuo Funakoshi. Flips around to bat righty against the lefty Ishikawa. Flares this one into right field, base hit. 1-out single. Here is Choshi. The full count. Strike 3, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Maru now. Full count. And he is walked. Kunigoro Matsumoto. The go-ahead run is at second. The 1-2 from Ishikawa. Karabari Sanjin. To extras we go. Let's sit down, Higashi. Let's see if we can scrape out a couple of runs here. I don't think we've had an extra innings game that we've watched. Mitsugu Matsuda parks one into left field for a leadoff single. Yuki Sato on the ground. That's going to be 2.
Yeah.
All right, 1-2-3 inning. Higashi is going to warm up again. Flare to left field. Inoue is there. That looked dangerous. 0-2 to Kondo. Flared into center field. Diving play by Yuki Sato, but he gets there. Yamamura now.
Strike 3.
Strike 3. Kaoru Higashi will lead off the bottom of the 11th. Hopefully in a safe situation. Munoz flares this one to center field. Maru is there. Really going to give Egawa playtime. We don't have any other good left fielders at this point. Inoue draws a 1-out single. Getting... Alright. Trying to draw a throw. Seiya pops this one into left. Frazier is there. Macho now the 3-1. Lined into center field, dropping in front of Maru. First and second now for Ryo Ota. First pitch swinging. Down the line, that's a fair ball. 1 run will score. Here comes the throw to the plate. 2-run double. Ryo Ota has given the Buffaloes the lead here in the 11th.
Strike 3.
And with that, the closer, Kaoru Higashi, will come in to try and seal the deal. Popped up on the infield. Guzman calls for it and makes the play. The 1-2 to Misawa. Flared into left field, but right to Inoue. Yuki Matsuda, the pinch hitter. Higashi fires it home. Buffaloes hang on to win 3-1 in 11 innings. Man, Matsuda was a rough pickup at this point. So that took longer than I expected, but given that part of our stream session was robbed by the fact that my system crashed on me, we're going to finish the regular season. Okay, you know what? I don't like how my manager has basically become a tyrant. But I have to trust his judgment. It's gotten us this far. YY needs another week. Seven-year-old Harleen Garcia to the Eagles. Ota needs to sit for a few days. And that's another Pacific League pennant, and the fact that we did it without 3+ months of Yoshinobu Yamamoto really speaks to the quality of players on this team. We really built ourselves a juggernaut here. Baystars are hanging in there over in the Central League. The Spirit are starting to finally put some ground between them and the field. Carlos Gomez with a top pitcher award. So we're outperforming our Pythag by 5 games. That's a little worrying. I wonder how Kita's doing in his new home. About the same as he was before, so... whatever. Poor Masada, surrounded by, well, idiots. Alright, we are going to do one last game. The season finale against Kirin. Guzman injured again. Miuta returns to the lineup. Okuma returns to the starting role. Kensuke Kondo, 2000th hit. Sometimes you just gotta tip your cap. Keep an eye on the Central League. Max Kepler's making a push for the Triple Crown. I think YY's ready to come back. So the youngster Totaro heads down. YY returns to the rotation. The Bears have clinched a playoff spot for the first time in their franchise history. Way to go, Niigata. Took you long enough. Hope springs eternal in the north of Japan. No, Guzman does not get any rehab time. Back into the lineup he goes. Oh, it's going to be fun down the stretch for that final playoff spot. That final game we play against Keaton may decide whether or not they're in the postseason at all. I feel like Thanos. Alright, Lions have taken this third place. Fighters are still in it. Hawks are still in it. Spirit and Marines closest, though. Oh, Fighters just got eliminated. Marines now in a tie with 2 games in hand.
Meanwhile, we have also casually won yet another 100-game season, but whatever.
Old man Yudai Ono probably gonna have his career over with that torn flexor tendon. Also, good for Kurebayashi tearing it up in the independent league. Do we bring him back? We may bring him back. Oh no. The Spirit lost 10 in a row and bombed out of the postseason. Oh, that's why. All their starting pitching blew up. They literally just ran out of guys. Oh, that's gotta suck, though. To be in the spot and then lose 10 in a row to fall out of the spot. The last playoff spot is still up for grabs between the Lions, Marines, and Hawks. We are going to be scoreboard watching as we sim this final, or manage this final game of the season. Trying to bunt for a hit, and he's aboard. We are going to give YY a little bit of kid gloves this game. I want him healthy for the postseason.
Strike 3.
Nicely done. The 2-2 to Inoue. And he's injured in the first inning again. Okay, shoulder strain. Since we do have a postseason break, let's bring Gomez in. Fielder's choice, 5-4. Now the Buffs get to go to work. Kohei Arihara back from the majors. '50 stolen base season for Yuki Sato. Good for him. The 1-2 to Munoz.
Strike three.
Called strike 3. Cutter on the outside half. Jitsuo pops this one up and just outside the outfield, or infield. Second baseman Shugo Maki makes the play. Okamoto flares this one the other way, beats the shift. That will bring up Trey Cabbage. Gomez trying to induce a double play. Lined out right to Onizuka. Good morning, sir. 1-2 to Maki.
Strike three.
Got him swinging. Barrios now, the shortstop. Fly ball, center field. Yuki trots in. Seiya gets the first hit of the Buffaloes. They lines this one right through the box. Macho stats are starting to slide. Ah, man. Macho's going to line this one into right field. Base hit. Seiya Suzuki going aggressively first to third. Hideo Ota punches this one up the middle. Base hit. And the Buffs are on the board early. Umino grounds this one. That's going to 6-4-3 double play, but Yoshida manages to make it to third. Abe with a timely chance here. On the ground, pitcher is able to make the play. Arihara gets out of it with only allowing just the run. The catcher, Toshiya Sato. On the ground, Onizuka makes the play. Takayama, hard hit into right field. One out single for the speedy right fielder. Here's Nakagawa. Down swinging. Gomez bringing his A stuff in relief. Little tapper in front of the mound from Yuki Sato. Guzman pops this one up in front of the dugout. It's Okamoto making the play. We did not hit one past the pitcher's mound that inning. Suboptimal. Past the first baseman into the right field corner. Seiya throwing hard. Tadakatsu Nakata with a leadoff double here in the top of the fourth. The 1-2 from Gomez goes the opposite way again. Base hit. Nakata comes home. He is safe. You know what? This game is effectively meaningless. Although I do wish we had stuck around to watch. Late comeback, Yuki Sato with an RBI. Manny Guzman with a walk-off 2-run double. After we burn through basically the entire bullpen. YY will be healthy in time for the first round of the playoffs, though. And the Lions use a ferocious back half of the season, comparatively speaking, to steal the final playoff spot away. The Marines coming up more than a little bit short. Ditto for the Hawks. Of course, Kita did better for the Hawks than he did for us. Oh well. Literally everyone is tired. Ota got another 20 home run season. Stolen base count fell to just double digits, but you know what? For the soon-to-be 30-year-old, fantastic work from him. Another stunningly good season for the franchise phenom. Hey, it's Kaz Matsui who's managing the lines. Oh, that's so nice. Oscar Munoz takes home the Pacific League batting title. Absolutely ridiculous season. 45 doubles, 6 triples, most hits in the league, almost 200, 363 batting average, 10 wins above replacement. Oscar Munoz, MVP. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. Max Kepler powering the Bay Stars and picks up the Triple Crown for the Central League. So we're going to wrap up our stream session once we figure out who our who our final stage opponent is going to be. The Bears have been waiting a long time for this moment. It's their first playoff berth in franchise history. Can they get the job done against the Lions? Bears come from behind in the ninth. Ryunosuke Higuchi tying it up. Yukitoshi Honma with an RBI single in the 10th wins it for the Bears in the 12th. That was not easy. Where's Akira Neo? When did they get him? Purchase from Tokushima in September. So the Bears with a little bit of extra oomph. Neo walking 4 times this game. Endo 3. Lions get what they needed. Kusano, who shut us out, or held us to 1 run over 9 innings, goes 5 1/3, scoreless. Welcome to the postseason. Kenichi Sato gives up 7 runs in 5 1/3. For all the marbles, the Bears shut out the Lions. Kanazawa, who's a borderline starter, a rookie? No, it's still a prospect though. 5 2/3 scoreless innings. Joe Lionheart pitches 3 1/3 with 7 Ks. 3 1/3 perfect innings to seal the win. Kota Inoue, 7 RBI. What a game. 2 dingers and a double. Saburo Tanaka, second place in the what's it called? MVP run. He's going to be fun to have with a big club next season. So it will be Buffaloes versus Bears. The Bears win the first round or the first stage and advance to the final stage for the first time in franchise history. Unfortunately, they're up against us, so may not be a deep playoff run, but if you're going to lose to anyone, there are worse teams to lose to than an expansion team making their first Cinderella run in the postseason. We'll figure out if we can hang on next session. So, see you next week. Be sure to follow to get notified when I am streaming, because the time may shift around. And I will catch you on the flip side. Firage, take us out.